Let's see.
You're good. You're live.
We live? Okay, good. Excellent. Hello and welcome to Penny for a Tale. Tonight we are running episode 26 of Pathfinder 2nd Edition in our Age of Ashes campaign. But before we get started and intro our sponsors for tonight's session, let's reintroduce our cast, starting with Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. That's it. I'm just Mr. Smith.
And Spence.
Sorry, I was doing a thing. Anyway, hi, I'm Spence. I'm playing Aldanis, the warg, and shenanigans. Let's do this.
Alex.
Oh man, hey everyone, I am Alex, I am the director, I'm playing the director, a gnome bard who's coming back, and I'm super excited to be here. Yeah.
You are the director.
I
Jen.
am.
Hello, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. You can find me at savagesparrow.com, where I design awesomely nerdy clothing and attire. Tonight I will be playing the Vesperin, who is a sea elf rogue.
And our guest tonight is Bailey. She'll be playing a returning character from long ago. Tonight's session is brought to you by Smiteworks. They are the creators of Fantasy Grounds Unity. We've been using them for the entire campaign. You will see them tonight. Everything we do in the virtual tabletop is more or less by Fantasy Grounds. Check them out at fantasygrounds.com. We're also using the only sheet behind the scenes, which is an Excel-based management tool for Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition, as well as D&D 3.5 and 5th edition. Our music tonight is by Michael Gelfi and Rock Narden. They're excellent. Check them out on YouTube or Spotify, and you can find links in the show notes. And now let's get into tonight's game.
By the way,
Who
I'm
wants to tell
Daniel.
me- Oh, sorry. Our director. You threw me off with the director. I'm sorry. Daniel,
I
go
love
ahead.
you. I love you.
See, I counted 6. I was like,
It's at
that's
12
6
minutes,
people.
man. That 12
We
minutes,
have
you're
our guest.
gone. You're not a part of this anymore.
It's all right. I'll go
We'll
cry in the
out.
corner now.
Go cry in the corner.
Sailix crestfallen. That's where we left off. Being rude to the elf. The other elf.
Love this game.
So, the sun
Excuse
rises in Kintargo. Aldanis, what has life been like for you for the last couple of days? I imagine mostly hunting, possibly with Demiri outside the walls of Kintargo.
Aldanis, you're muted.
Sailix, what's it like living with an actual warg while we're at it? Because they are, in objective terms, monsters.
Right.
Aldanis is a little bit sweeter, though. Still kind of a monster.
I mean, Sailix kind of, it probably took him a little while to adjust fully, but he is now in doing the full-on trying to take care of something else other than himself. So it quickly went from monster to child. This is a child.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure that helps you feel a bit more compassionate. But yeah, your patience is running thin these days. You've been awoken to the sound of a hobgoblin making an apothecary out of your kitchen. Things clanking around, and for some reason, that combined with the sunlight coming in, you can't go back to sleep. And it was supposed to be sort of a day for you to relax. What do you do?
I guess he's going to kind of like come downstairs and just prop himself in the entryway to the kitchen and just glare at Demiri. You know, I understand you're not caught up on proper manners. But you should ask permission before destroying someone's kitchen.
And with her ruder finger, she will scratch her nose and cock her head at you, and will continue to work away. I clean up as I go. I cook you dinner.
You cook
Be
an Adonis
respectful.
dinner. I can't eat whatever you make.
She'll roll her eyes. I'll be quieter.
That's all I ask.
Don't you have a thing?
Yes, it's called a house, and we're in it.
Not the house. Your friend's coming today.
I have lots of friends. You have to be more specific.
Don't lie to me. The director. In the old harbor. She pours something boiling into a basin. He should be arriving soon. You should see him.
He'll just kind of make a face and be like, yeah, it was on the list.
Thinking about it now, you realize you haven't seen your friend in countless months. Over a year. Or maybe just about a year. Rune, what have you been doing for the last couple days?
Rune has been checking out the mayor's abode as best they can to just get an idea of where it resides, what the
Yeah.
layout might be, who goes in and out, leveraging his 2 ravens to keep an eye on things. One of them knows it fairly well, so that's been helpful. Aside from that, he's just been getting the lay of the political landscape, recognizing that
Yeah.
he and his mates might need to make friends quickly.
Certainly. Because of the body recovered in the streets, most people think you're dead. Conspiracy theorists in Cantargo. The rumor mill, of course, thinks that maybe you're still alive, but most people thought you met your demise. Not Nasrin Aulamaxa, though. She sent you a letter via Silver Raven, as she famously does, requesting your presence, though she didn't believe it one bit. The party, however, it wasn't until today. Coincidentally, also today is the arrival of your friend, the director. He's set to arrive by midday in the harbor of the old quarter of the city, but you haven't seen him in a while. Are you going to be there when he arrives?
Yeah, Rune will be there. Maybe not looking like Rune, but he'll be there.
Right.
He'll be using a humanoid form to adjust his visage a bit.
Oh, good. So, the Cellist warship, the Scourge of Belial, is docked in the harbor of Cantargo. Director, you've got a tan. But describe your appearance. It's actually a bit different. Sailix, Rune, you'll see this small creature atop this boat at the docks when you finally make it. What does he look like now?
I think standing on the bridge of this, or this large boat, he would seem both have more airs about him, but I think most importantly, his hair is different. The color of his hair is more of a brightish pink red, and it's coiffed into a pompadour, a very regal and big pompadour. His glasses have gotten a little bit darker, a little bit bigger, covering more of his face and more of his eyes, and his dress is more it's darker. He's going for a more darker modern look, but still there is glaringly obvious eccentricities about it. As he kind of stands there and is kind of looking over something and is quickly trying to sign something.
Paperwork. Stacks and stacks. The ship is unloading. You're coming off of it last. Salix, are you there waiting at the end of the docks?
So he's not at the dock, like he's not like waiting blatantly out in the open. He's there, but he's in just an innocuous kind of cloak and hood to blend in, because this is not his territory that he can just be perusing so uh, boldly. So he's hidden, but he's there.
Yeah. So, rumor has it, the Rector has been creating a series of plays. You know nothing about it, but you can guess what it would be about, because he likes to talk about things that he's experienced. Uh, his return might have a lot to do with it. So, interesting if you were to try to follow him and see where he's going to go. Director, maybe you expected for some reason to have a crowd waiting for you, but as far as you can tell, as getting off, the captain curses at you. Apparently, he's been quite fed up with you since you ran out of stories to tell, or maybe he noticed some inconsistencies, some contradictions, and realized that you're just kind of full of it. But when you set foot on the land of Kintargo once again, there are no friends. There are people going about their day, trying to get work done, and some people trying to sell you oysters or caught seafood for the day. Where do you go?
This is completely not what he was hoping for. But it is what it is, and in his own head, he has the crowd, so it doesn't really matter. He is trying to get some sort of have some discussion with the captain as he's leaving. He's like, I don't care. I don't even care anymore. Decide. I don't. And he's gonna kind of rustle up a paper and kind of throw it. Don't care. As he walks down the cargo plank of this this boat to the harbor,
Yes.
and looks around and I don't eat any oysters. No, none. This is what I get. This is the thank that I get. This is I am unappreciated in my time. As he kind of starts to walk towards where he thinks the opera house is.
Okay, the Opera House. Neat to know. Rune, if you were to follow Sailix as well, without interrupting this gnome on his little journey to the Kintargo Opera
Absolutely
House,
following.
he waddles along.
I do.
The Opera House is newly rebuilt. You all know by now that it was destroyed during the rebellion. Some madman decided to just go in and blow the entire place up with himself inside it, and it took pretty much all 20 years to get rebuilt. There are security measures, though, and the gate doesn't open. There's no guard to let you in, but you're before a beautiful building that you never got to perform in yet. And as you knock, nobody answers.
Well,
What do you do?
Burn it down. No. No, he'll stand there. He came there for a purpose. He came there to look
Right.
upon the opera house that has eluded him thus far, and he has come to face his aggressor in this, and is kind of having a moment an overexpressive moment to himself, we'll say, as he reaches for trying to find his flask somewhere.
The door opens. Massive iron door. Stepping out. It's a broad man. He's wearing a helmet, probably for a lack of hair, but he's a guardsman, so at least it's justified. And who are you now?
As he'll kind of look up. Oh, my dear sir, a pleasure, certainly. I am the director of. Where is he from? Director.
Vire.
I can't see. Here at your wonderful opera house. No doubt and very expectantly ready to perform in a few days. Yes.
I know who you are. You're in charge of the Vire Festival.
I
Well,
am.
Well, if you're here,
It didn't turn out well. Don't ask about it. I left. It was a thing. It wasn't my thing. It was somebody else's. No, I'm just kidding.
you're here for the party. It's at Aulamaxa estate.
I see. And that is where Miss Aulamaxa will be currently?
Yes. Were you invited?
Ah, yes. I was, and you see, I was on my way there. I just happened to stop on by and would like to see the marvel that is now the rebuilt of this amazing opera house.
Certainly, my liege. Now, if you're not on the list, see, you might upset some people.
Well, we
Don't
don't
go
want
be
that.
sneaky. Good day to you.
Good day
And
to
he'll
you.
step back into the dark opera house. It's empty. And he just... it's Gnome's Day out. Where do you go now? You're probably pretty hungry, actually.
I am.
Actually, make a
So
perception check.
yeah, let's do some
'cause
stuff.
You
Let's do
don't know
some
you're being
checks.
followed.
I don't at all. I'm
Hmm.
oblivious to everything.
Can I start just dropping chickens from the rooftops?
No.
Just
I can't say no to that if you were to really try. But it's probably hard to find a chicken
I
these
know,
days.
right?
Chicken feathers just from his or feathers from his pillow.
So, you did quite poorly. You don't know you're being followed.
No, I don't. I don't give a shit.
The only way to make it to Aulamaxa Estate is to cross the bleak bridge that connects South Cantargo to North Cantargo. That's what you'll do, and none of your friends
How
will
long is it
interrupt you.
before the gathering?
Well, it's for the early afternoon, so it's set to start soon. No doubt people are already arriving, because nobility, they'll just party all day,
All right.
starting from
As,
after breakfast.
As the director comes down the stairs. Oi, you the director?
That'll startle him a little bit, and he'll go,
You just see a half elven man standing in front of you.
please, no autographs, please. I'm on my way. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. Yes, but I'm far too busy right now.
can I
I
say that?
understand you're legendary. Is that right?
he'll he'll just kind of stop at that and go, well, as a matter of fact, maybe a little bit, but not by much.
You were there during the jungle battle, were you not?
He'll go quiet at that.
You know,
Hmm.
I heard he was legendarily corrupt. He owed everybody in some kingdom or another some kind of money from here to the God knows
Honestly,
where.
the bigger news was his love of chickens.
Small crowd starts gathering, and then someone else comes in, and I heard he killed those chickens. And he just sort of looks around,
Brutally.
like thinking maybe he didn't fit into this like
This
dogpiling on the
yeah.
director.
Eat you, spiel.
The director will turn around pointedly and be like, only 2 people would know of that. As he kind of like looks over from look up from over his sunglasses and go, is that who I think it is?
Probably not.
Oh, probably so. Where's Sailix? Out of character, where's Sailix? Like, where are you? Right
Yeah,
now?
you're somewhere in
I
this
heard your
crowd.
voice. Where are you?
Felix would have said this from like up top, like
Bullshit.
on a,
no.
like he's sitting
Bullshit.
on he's sitting like on like a
It's
ledge.
a dead giveaway.
Yeah. So then, as his eyes trail up to find where this voice came from, he sees Batman up here. Like, well, I certainly know it's you. Can't make this up. Salix, come down.
He'll
Chicken fucker.
he'll jump down. It's like it's been a year, you chicken lover.
I called you that first. You can't use it again. He'll kind of reach around in his bag and pull out an egg for you.
He'll take it and he's like, I think I'll need these. My kitchen's being raided at the moment.
Oh, great. Same thing is happening to mine. Women can't live them. All right.
You got married again?
Old news, past news. You turning back to Rune.
Aye.
Okay. Well,
I understand you're going to a party. Is that right?
I most certainly am. Are you invited, good sir?
I might be on the guest list, yeah.
Would you like to be?
Could you arrange something?
Yeah,
You are the
possibly.
legendary director, after all.
Oh, I am indeed.
Do lead the way then.
Excellent. Yes, let's
It would be
let's
my
do
honor
that.
to be in your shadow.
Ah, that's a little creepy. Walk with me, talk with me. Let's go. You too, Sailix. Come on, let's go.
He's just gonna stare down.
Batman up there.
You
Or
know,
not. I don't care. Whatever. He's gonna start walking with.
It's no wonder the elephant broke up with you.
Oh, I broke up with no.
Now, oh, that's so mean.
That is.
So,
that is.
A heart is broken.
Aldonis, over the last year, you've developed a talent in that you know where Sailix is, not by magic, but by his distinct smell.
Yep.
It's not a huge city.
Nope.
At any given time, you'll be able to tell where he is. Either you woke up late or you got back from a hunt, but you're just now around in the area by your house, and you know roughly where Sailix went off to.
Hmm.
But
I bring
because of scheduling.
I bring the prize of my hunt to Demiri and say for you, and I gotta go find people now, I guess, because I don't have an actual job today.
Of course. People in this town. Keep your eyes open, she says ominously.
Yeah,
And then
he laughs and opens his third eye and then puts a bandana over it.
perfect. And with the sound of a cleaver testing the constitution
Yeah.
of a cutting board.
Yeah.
You find them actually traveling up the street. They're nearly at the bleak bridge that
So
separates sides of the town.
I'll walk up to Sailix and so where are we going today?
I'll ask the questions. Did you eat breakfast? 1.
Obvious. Yes.
Did you make your bed? 2.
I don't have bed linen, so yes.
And did you tell that wretched goblin not to destroy my kitchen? 3.
I brought her the prize of my hunt so she could cook it.
God, that's it. She's not allowed
What?
to cook anymore. Rune's gonna handle the cooking from here on out.
You
Wow.
don't hear Aldonis laugh very often, but he tries really hard to hold it in and can't.
Mm.
Rune pauses for a second as he's walking, just sort of looks and doesn't break character and just keeps on going.
Excellent.
So director, you don't see a warg.
No,
What
he's
you
not.
s-
He's actually, he's. I'm thinking he's a little bit further ahead and kind of like walking with Rune. And more
Okay.
importantly, he's talking back to Rune. Like I imagine him like talking. I didn't even think you were going to still be here. To be honest, it would have been way smarter of you to get out of here. But whatever, you do you. Like just kind of as he's going.
So when
Yep.
you look back, you see a man who's only slightly shorter than Sailix, with long layered black hair, piercings over each eye, and a big old bandana over the forehead, wearing a long trench coat type thing, duster.
Teenagers. Ugh.
So
Oh,
as
you have no idea.
as you head to Bleak Bridge, Director, you're realizing that if you're meeting Nasrin Aulamaxa, you're meeting someone more successful in the arts than anyone you've ever met. Now, you did used to work with her before she very quickly rose above you and became a global icon.
Bitch.
It probably feels a little bit weird.
TikTok famous.
you.
Damn it.
Your ages aren't very far apart, and she is one of the most known names in written history, as far as you can tell.
I mean, he would have appreciated her. I mean, she's good at what she does, right? She's a good actress. And a
Yeah,
good
and once
singer or
upon a
whatever.
time,
Yeah.
she would be trying to impress you, but it's definitely the other way around now. In just a matter of a few short years, she's extremely wealthy, became the mayor of a town, like Kintargo, and hasn't had to perform yet. Her name's up on everything, and she has posters all over the city.
I want that marketing team. God damn it. Ah.
But as you reach Bleak Bridge, Vesperin, you're reporting to your adopted father, essentially, your friend Theobald, your elder, and he does his thing, his little routine. He stands at that window with his hands behind his back, wearing the bright green that the River Talons used to wear. It's kind of faded these days, but you come in to report, and he's very stern, but how are you, Vesperin?
Fine. I don't know. Did the thing. There's some shady shit going on. I don't know. I figured you could sort it out, yeah?
He watches without looking, without turning his head, just his eyes watch the city below, Bleak Bridge. The traffic moves about, hawking goods, and without turning to you, he says, "And how is Balgora treating you? You haven't had it this long, ever."
Well, truth be told, it's a bit annoying sometimes, like, especially when, there's some fucks being real rude, then it gets real loud, and I have to tell it to shove it, but then it usually quiets down a bit, and, it's fine, but, I don't know, that gang of idiots with Mr. High and Mighty, weird arms. They was a bit rude, and it was a little awkward, but I didn't kill anyone, so
I know. I read the reports. I'm concerned we're losing the peace that I fought so hard for. Now, and he's going to move to his desk and put on his reading glasses, stroke his little halfling beard of brown, and look at you, actually, in Balgora. Don't let the voices become louder than yours. Vesperin.
I got it. I know, it can seem a bit, like I don't take things seriously, or at least not as seriously as you like. But, I do fucking listen. Yeah, with the piece though, it seems obvious that the Triad are the ones manipulating everything. But to what end, I don't know.
Careful
But
with the name.
I mean, but they're probably not hiding here. Imagine if they was, we'd have bigger problems right now, yeah?
Of course. I seldom show it, Vesperin, but I need you to trust me about things in the city. There will come a time where I can't guide you on this journey anymore. On that day, the River Towns would be yours. You're set to outlive me, that's obvious. But
Like that, you're going to live a nice, long, healthy life. We're gonna, you're gonna get like fat grandbabies and all that rubbish. Like, it'll be glorious. Put your feet up, die an old man. Fantastic.
my mother didn't prepare me for the world before she left. Threw and killed her for worshipping our patron. I just want to make sure my daughter is prepared.
I will be.
Okay.
And she'd like put her hand out, on his shoulder, And again, just don't worry, we will be okay.
It. You see them, and he gets up on his desk. You notice the Unforgotten making their way up Bleak Bridge, heading to nobility. Is all you can imagine. Well,
Do you
that
want
will be
me
your
to
first
rob
task.
them?
Let's not.
Ugh.
Things are uneasy, but join them.
Okay.
I see Crimson Raven, Albatross, an Archivist. They could use a River Talon. Wherever they're going, say you're going with.
Okay. But they're really annoying.
That just can't be helped. And he sits down again in the way so as to inform you that it's time for you to leave him to his studying.
Ugh. She'd jump out the window.
Excellent. And in the middle of everybody selling their wares, bickering, opening up their shops, Unforgotten, you see a seal falling out of the sky, essentially, and landing so gracefully. That raven cloak just whoosh.
Yeah, it's total superhero landing.
Yeah, like, go look at you, and then back at Sailix, and then back at you.
Yeah.
Like, what?
So-
What did I
Agora.
miss? Was I gone? What? When are vigilantes like a thing?
You're gonna love this one, director.
Yeah.
Try to
Wait.
get the accent just right.
Mm. What accent? What are you talking about?
Oh, that's great. Hello.
Oh,
Come
man.
inside and meet the missus. Holy
She
So
like
that's
looks
a,
at her knife like
That's
Did
That's
you just say
that's-
hello?
that's a Tengu accent. And the River Talons are mostly Tengu. And if you look around, you might realize you've offended the River Talons, maybe in their own territory.
Oh, I
on this
did?
bridge. Yeah, but
Not
you
at all.
haven't had the Kintargo experience, so now you're getting side-eyed by,
Yeah.
by the Corvid humanoids about.
I have something to mitigate this.
so.
How about you do it? Because I think they're kind of or Vesperin.
Yeah,
So.
I will mitigate
As
this.
the director says that, like, it doesn't, like, Rune and Sailix would notice, like, that's, like, looks at her knife and is just like, okay, I know, and I wanna, believe me, but it's the middle of a bloody square. So now,
I'm gonna do this.
What?
Hold on.
you're arguing with her knife.
Well, some of your fellow Talons are sort of, as the party is moving, sort of closing in a little bit. They're upset with what they've just heard. What do you do, Director, or anybody
Director.
else?
Yeah, no. Come now. I don't. You have to see, understand two things really.
Uh-huh.
One,
No, I have a question here for you.
sure, absolutely.
So, number one, what's your name?
My name.
Mhm.
My name.
Do you just repeat yourself? Like, is that the thing you're doing? Because, like, you're not helping much.
I understand what is happening right now.
Yeah,
My name
well,
is the
again,
director. My name
okay.
is the director.
Okay.
I am here from a very long voyage.
Mhm.
Understand? I am right now merely trying to get through to your
That
listeners.
is great.
Yeah.
So, hello. My name's Vesperin, and
Pleasure to meet you, Vesperin.
you're running through Tengu territory right now. Which means you gotta pay a toll.
Ooh.
Sailix will like very pointedly look at her and be like, "No."
No. Please tell me. Please
So-
tell me what is. Please educate me. You can educate me right now, please, of your
Yes.
ways here. I am more than open to discussing this toll. Although I do have to. He's going to start to try and move a little bit. He's going to start to try and like move in.
So as he starts to move, like Vesperin would like do a gesture for the gang to circle around.
That's fine.
Just blocking escape. Yeah.
That's fine.
Mm.
Sailix very pointedly puts his hands on both of the hilts of the sword, and we're like,
Just getting a little bit closer. Yeah, one of the
And
Tengus.
Aldonis has his hand on his staff, ready to shapeshift at
Ooh.
any moment.
Rune is just leaning against the nearest wall,
Oh,
One
again.
of the Tengus.
watching the dicks get waved
That's funny,
around.
I can't. Yeah. It's really unfortunate that I also can't see. I just have. It's okay. No, this is fine. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Really
Sailix,
gotta
are we
start
gonna have to
my-
save him?
No.
No, again, he's the one who came in here all sultan like. So it's only fair that you pay a toll. This is our bridge. You won and disrespected us, so
Mm.
Mhm.
hey,
I'm waiting for you to tell me what the toll is.
Mm.
how much you got?
Ooh.
Vesperin, isn't it true that you lot take from the rich to give to the poor?
He seems very richly dressed.
he probably
does.
robbed a hobo for this.
So you're saying he stole from the poor to make himself richer?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no! Oh Lord,
It
no!
is very likely this little chap here
All right,
stole from the rich to look even richer.
Uh-huh.
all right.
So what you're saying is he's rich and he's got money that we could redistribute to them that actually need it.
I mean, he could fake it, sure.
I am going to do a thing.
Yeah,
going to
Director,
do
you're
a
starting
thing.
to feel
There we
the-
go.
You're starting to feel like you're gonna be swept
I'm
up by
going
one
to
of these
calm
birdies.
emotions. Let's see. I'm going to.
Let's
calm
do it.
emotions. Let's do
Yeah.
this. So each character.
Yeah,
has
because
his
you notice a
effective will
couple of them
save.
are actually. You're kind of surrounded on
Yeah.
all sides a little bit. They're really good at blending into the crowd.
Yeah.
One of them sort of getting low, like they're gonna pick you up.
That's
Slippery one, isn't it? Just kind of coming in.
Hi, he's like a real little guy. Oh, be careful, they're spry.
All right. Hold on. There we go. How to combat it. So do we? We don't have any track or anything. I'm just going to cast this. They have to make a will save.
Excellent.
Okay. Me too, right?
It was a good will save.
Oh
Holy
my fucking
shit!
god! Ah! Guys! I swear to God, that's not what I needed. I don't know. No, play it. That's what happens.
Oh, what's in his pockets? And your little claws are just gonna
Wait, failure.
come
hold
out.
on. Is that was a critical failure, right?
Well, they got a success
Okay.
because they got a 20 on it.
Well,
so you
critical.
didn't fail.
Yeah,
They-
critical
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Success.
fine.
They are
Okay.
not
They're just
moved
gonna
by
sort of-
you.
Yeah, they're unaffected. They are unaffected.
Whole- They're gonna open up your pockets.
Okay,
reverse them.
that's fine.
What's inside your pockets?
Yes, this will be great.
This is
Is
great.
it like
This is
the
great. Yeah, this is
loneliest
absolutely
lint in the
great.
world?
As they do this, he'll be like, no, fine, as he watches his spell not work. Ow! They'll go through if they want to go. He'll even assess. He'll be like, here, absolutely, take it. He'll like the little bag of holding will drop out, some pens, like or some quills, and like some pieces of scrap paper, and yeah, that's really about it. Maybe he'll have like $1.20 in change, and that's really about it.
As
is
the
about
as
it.
the bag of holding plops out, Sailix will like reach down and grab him, like, "This is mine. He stole it from me. I'm keeping it," and tuck it in his jacket.
Don't worry, it's only 45 caltrops. It's not that much. Don't worry, it's not important. But as you can see here, gentlemen and ladies, that I have absolutely nothing that you would want. Do you know why? Let me tell you about a divorce.
Oh my
Let me
god!
tell
again?
you about this. But let's do it on the way. Like, I understand, take whatever you want. As he's going to try and start to walk again towards this.
I hope somebody takes his sunglasses.
Tell them the story about this
does.
divorce, real or
Alright.
fake.
Oh
Yeah.
god, real or fake?
Yeah.
Okay. And I will act like. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see.
I
The
feel like
director
Vesperin
is
would
switching
take
glasses.
He
That's
is,
the
he
fact.
is.
That's
Vesperin
canon.
would take the sunglasses and put them on for this. Like, yeah, why? Like, how the
Okay.
bloody fuck do you see out of these things?
They
I'm going to
won't-
cast. Let me not do that. Just kidding. Enthrall. Gonna cast Enthrall.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Ooh.
As he continues to try and walk, he'll start to tell this story. I don't have to read what it does. I think you
Wait.
do.
Here we go.
Yeah, your saving throw is a will save again.
Or better yet, actually. Ugh. Vesperin puts on the director's sunglasses.
So great.
Excellent.
Will save is what?
27.
They fail. They crit fail.
Ah.
Ha! All right. So I start last year, as coming back from, and he'll continue to walk and kind
So
of.
yes,
Yes.
one bridge walk that feels like an eternity. Suddenly you reach the edge of the territory that is their sphere of control on Bleak Bridge.
And then she took
suddenly-
everything, and
Yeah, they
then
kind of
she.
just have their hands in their pockets, like waiting to like go at the end while you're sort of just standing there, like wrapping up the story. Like, oh wow, and it.
And she took everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. She took the clothes, she took the carriage, she took the
What a
meter,
bloody
she took
harpy!
no, that harp. No, I can't say that. She was a great person. Does not write for. Oh, well, look, I'm here. It's been excellent, my fine friends. It has been wonderful. I apologize for the transgression earlier, but as you can see, everything turned out well. I am here. You get to keep whatever you want. That was on my person. I'd like my sunglasses back, but whatever. That's okay. I have like 100 of them. Please come see the play when you get a shot. Please.
So
And
where
they sort of
you
just
off to?
look at each other and then just sort of walk back into the crowd like they were given this story that they did not ask for.
You did.
but
Nobody
they
asked
would
for it.
fully
Yeah,
request
get
it
it,
again.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
And probably none of it was true.
Goddamn thing
Yeah.
of it.
So
Vesperin still playing with the
Yeah.
sunglasses. Like, yeah. So where are you going?
I'm going to a party.
Okay, and you're bringing me with, yeah?
Oh,
It's only fair.
how's that fair? You have my glasses. You stole my glasses.
I'll give them back
Will you?
if I can go to the party.
He's gonna kind of look around. This is weird.
Caldonis is shaking his head like, do it.
No.
Don't do it.
You know what? Let me first get in there and let me see what we're doing with,
So,
okay?
So hear me out, okay? You have to go on that bridge again to leave.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Do I? He's gonna look to Sailix. Do I?
You don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
You do.
As Sailix,
Okay,
like,
let's say I
strides-
do. Let's say hypothetically I do. Let's
Yeah.
say I have to go over this bridge again. What's the problem here?
There's no problem if I can go to
Okay.
your party.
Okay, if there's no problem, then it is a little bit of business too. I gotta admit, little pleasure, little business. I will work and see what we got here. I don't know you that well.
Director, we're running late.
We are. You're absolutely right, Rune. Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
Absolutely right. Mysterious Shadow.
Oh, it's the dead man! Nice to see you again!
yeah, just loudly in the middle of a busy city.
As Rune just sighs.
Oh wait, you're dead.
Salix is literally
Damn it, when did I-
face
why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me you were dead?
Well, you know, I was waiting for a bit of a quieter spot to do it in the middle of the fucking city.
I'm here. You know there is never going to be a quieter spot now.
Alright, let's go to the party.
Touche.
It's gonna be great.
Wow,
I'm so
Alright.
excited. I'm all dressed up. It's gonna be fantastic.
Salix,
Let's
do
go.
I have to go to this thing?
Yes, you have to come.
Why?
Because it's good for you to learn manners. and
Rune
how-
starts walking towards the
Yeah, I'm
party.
gonna start to
This
try and walk
sounds
towards the door.
boring as hell.
Entrance.
It's for
You guys at the end of the bridge.
everybody.
This is actually right by Clenched Jaws, the seafood spot that Diedrich frequents. It's closed this morning for whatever reason, however.
Like,
But it's just the smell of good food
Smell-
in the
smell
side
that.
city.
unless I can like fight somebody, there's really no reason for me to go.
The world is not just about fighting.
You remembered of my
You will
second
go
wife.
and you will learn how people interact with each other. It's good for you.
Ugh.
That's enough.
Wow. You arrive at the gate to the noble district of the city. They're open today because it seems all of the estates, they're having their own parties. And usually they just watch the gates there. They want free flow for food as people stroll about from the different manors and plazas. Rune, you haven't been out of where you were for the last year, except for a few days. You've gotten good at lurking about the city. You haven't had a chance to see everything. But what you do know is about a block from here, there's a coffee shop. Assuming you now know how to travel incognito, have you been consuming coffee in your spare time? It's right by the Alabaster Academy, for reference.
Oh,
that
well,
big
yeah,
tower.
probably.
Yeah. It's a good spot. It's popular with nobility. It's a good way to
I mean,
keep your ears open.
if it's even reasonably on the way, he'll stop by.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not, and it seems like the party is set
Alright.
to start soon. It's just not quite
Cool.
in the way, and with your friends, you know, a small detour will take apparently 11 months. Yeah. So,
No, that's fair. Straight to the party then.
making your way in, you arrive at what you know to be Aulamaxa Manor. Beautiful, great estate with gardens. You think there's a hedge maze in the back because you can hear voices of people running around, and a guard stands at the half-height stone fencing and gate before the manor entrance. He wields a pike. What do you guys do?
Walk up.
Let's try a roll then. No, yeah, I'll walk up. Looking.
I walk like looking like I'm on the director's arm.
He's like, what? No.
Name?
So you're on your knees.
He'll look up to the director. I have no doubt that I am on this list. No doubt. Lovely building they have. This is great. The great garden over here. Look at this. This is great.
It's real
Your
nice.
doubt must be malfunctioning. You're not on the list.
Ah, that is a mistake, sir. Please check it again.
You're still not on this list.
Rune reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out the invitation he received.
Rune Ravenswood. The late Rune Ravenswood. Right this way. And he'll open
Wait, do you have a
the
plus
gate.
one?
Can I?
These
you to
guests are
enter.
with me, if at all possible.
I wouldn't cross her. This way. And he'll lead you all in as you shuffle about. Question though, for those of you who knew there was a party today, what are you all wearing? Sailix, you're probably wearing your everyday outfit. Maybe?
He's not
Fancy up?
actually. He's still got that cloak and hood that he was wearing when he greeted the director, and it's when they started approaching, the hood went up.
Okay. Interesting. Rune.
Rune would have prepared for this a little bit. Given his new attire of the long coat and leather breeches with the high boots, he would have shot out a little bit of extra money and used a little bit of magic to lighten up the colors a bit, make it a bit more presentable to society. Silk shirt underneath, highlighting his magical rings that he has on, and having Corvus, having the arcane symbols that cross Corvus's body be particularly prominent as part of his as an accessory to his outfit.
Yeah,
the overall
you hear.
color scheme still tends to be red, black, and white, with a touch of raven feather on along his left shoulder.
the the collective sound of hushed surprise to see you enter, because you have been somewhat of talk of the town lately, just about recent events.
But for what it's worth,
Vesprin.
the humanoid form, as he crosses the threshold into the actual party, the form just melts away, showing the outfit really.
Perfect.
How can I compete
Vesprin.
with that entrance? Jesus.
So Vesprin's wearing, her usual outfit with the ridiculously fabulous cloak of raven feathers and, her standard, like, roguish leathers and stuff. But I would say on the way, I wanted to ask if I could get, like, a deception roll or something like that to use accessories and rearrange things to look fancier than,
Yeah, you were pressed for time. Make a
Yeah.
roll for me, though, as you look around for things on the way. Aldonis.
Eh?
Potted flowers were victim to your creativity
Yeah.
as you found things to pilfer for your outfit.
Yeah.
It looks intentional. Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
So Aldonis, after he goes hunting, he has been instructed by Dietrich multiple times that he has to change out of his hunting wear and into his patrol wear. So he is wearing his patrol wear, which is a long blue jacket with silver rivets on the lapels. He has red fingerless gloves with rivets on the knuckles, just in case.
Love it.
He has his green bandana around his head, clean khaki pants, and his mark of the albatross on the shoulder where his brand is. His
Good.
hair is reasonably untangled, but he does still have a little bit of blood on his lip that he didn't see.
Yeah.
Oops.
Albatross, it's respected, so you could be pretty comfortable with that. Director, we know how you look, and it's wonderful.
Thank you.
The number one frustration for you going to these sorts of parties is seeing the hors d'oeuvres passing overhead at an angle that you can't take advantage of without kicking these people in the shins. I don't know whether or not you do it, but before you get the chance, you realize at the center of this room, you're sort of somewhat late for this party. Everybody showed up early for whatever reason. The Nasrin Aulamaxa is standing between two staircases, speaking with socialites. Her presence fills a space in a way that you haven't seen with other artists. She sees you as well. What do you do?
He will try and not. I don't know. I don't know.
So
Alex
the
doesn't
director
know. Alex, the player, is like,
needs to make a will save, as
Yes,
I think he
that's a good
actually
idea.
might be panicking at this moment.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, he's maybe experiencing some like star shock.
You two, the issue is that you two once upon a time had the same exact trajectory.
We did.
Set to do the same thing. You went to the same school, studying the same arts, and suddenly, what is your debt is her worth tenfold. You did well on your will save.
I will also
that's
say that Vespa would totally be casually swiping hors d'oeuvres and passing them down to the director.
That's wonderful.
Keep them coming.
But
Thank you.
now that
Nervous
this gnome
eater.
has
I'm a
made
nervous eater.
now that
So-
he's made eye contact
Yeah.
with Nasrin. Nasrin, do you go over?
No.
Okay.
I've got a group of people. They're all completely fascinated with the story that I'm telling, and
Oh,
I'm sure if they wish to speak to me, they will come speak to me.
ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, he does give off those vibes, director. Are you jealous?
A little bit. Yeah. No, he definitely
Captivating the
is.
crowd.
It is.
Using
it
bard
is.
magic too, by the way. You know that. That's a dirty
Yeah.
trick. Dirty trick.
That's
So-
exactly what I just did. I hate it.
Vespa would be like holding a crab puff, like
Yeah.
just out of reach.
He's like just
Be like-
continuously.
and be
jumping.
like, "So who's that lady?"
That's the mayor of this town. Look at her.
Really?
She's fantastic. She has such poise. Look at that.
And how do you know it?
We went to school together.
Oh, she'd give her the crab
Nazrin
puff.
also starred in many of your
You
plays.
can have the crab puff.
Oh, thank you.
What did you say, Ian?
Nazrin starred in many of the director's plays back in the day,
Yeah.
and you're both.
Yeah, she was in she was leading lady in several of my plays. I mean, back in the day. She wouldn't be dead in my stuff now, but
Sell yourself short, you know. I mean,
sell myself short. I get it. I'm really short.
Shorter than you are. I'm just saying. You know, you're already there. You don't have to keep going. You can get on a box. It's fun.
I could get on a box. That's what my third wife said. Didn't work.
So she can say that, and I can't call her the thing that I called her the other night.
Eldonis, there's different rules for different people.
That's dumb.
He'll pat him on the
Rune,
back and he'll be like,
Yeah.
now pay attention because this is how the other half lives.
Am I
The
supposed to
one-
like stand with one hand on top of the other on my cane? Is like I'm looking around at all the other people who have walking canes and like trying to mimic their posture.
Sailix just kind of
Which Rune does, oddly enough.
nods like, these people have their heads so far up their own asses they can't even remember to breathe.
It's funny because I
You have
can
no idea,
actually
my
smell
friend.
my own.
Ian, do I see Rune?
Yes.
Okay.
Rune
party.
actually puts his hand on the director, at the director's shoulder and back, and just starts pushing him forward as Rune walks forward.
Oh God, here I go. Okay. Yeah, he'll.
Interesting.
God damn it! Son, I was gonna do it. She was busy. She's busy. I don't want to. Okay, fine.
Director, quiet. Everything will be fine.
That's not what I do.
Scarf.
Yeah.
Ian, I tell one of the servers to go up to Rune and offer some of the appetizers. Crab cake.
Yeah. And you'll get offered a glass of Galton wine by Lanky
Rune will
Butler,
use his magic to just sort of grab the wine off the tray in midair and
levitating over.
float it over to his hand.
Wait, can you grab me one too?
He grabs the director one too.
Thank you.
Anything for a friend, director. Anything for a friend.
It's hard day.
And he'll
Nobody-
take that as a hint to wait until the mayor has finished her story.
Mm.
What do I know of the mayor and, you know, from like living here and stuff? Like, is this one of those untouchable things? Like,
She is probably
she
the most loved and respected
Mr.
person in the town.
Like,
Yeah, she.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Okay.
mess with her.
okay.
She's very nice, and she leaves all of the factions alone. She's
Okay.
also the head of the Silver Ravens, which is one of the factions.
Okay.
And she led the rebellion, the coup that allowed the city to be free
Okay.
decades ago.
So I probably wouldn't try to rob people here.
Probably not.
Okay. But I
No.
really
Theobald
want
would not
to.
like that.
Okay.
We'd have
All
a
right.
stern
If
talking
Dad
to you
doesn't
about
want
it.
me to, that's
Yes.
the answer.
I
Yes.
want you to do it anyway.
If Dad would be
So
mad.
it's no longer subtle that the director is not speaking to Nasrin since her story has come to an end, and it's becoming more of small talk as these people quietly beg for her attention.
As soon as
But,
that happens, like he would be watching this conversation. Like he would actually be waiting for his moment, which is socially acceptable, to like swoop on in.
Yeah.
There is a
I
rhythm
feel
to the
like-
conversation.
Like Besprin would sort of accidentally push him forward.
He's getting pushed from like 2 people. Okay,
Something
I'm going,
about-
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't want to
like,
be rude. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah,
Sailix
it's like
will just put
literally-
his foot on his back and just push.
He has like 5 people like pushing him forward.
Yeah.
So yes.
He just propels forward.
Yeah, he just propels forward. He's like flat against the wall now.
Yeah.
Like it's he's had like 5 people.
To be fair, Aldonis is not doing any of this. He's just being really disinterested and bored out of his mind.
So
He needs an elephant.
yes.
Where's
You hear
the
something
movie?
about Vire, and you figure that's your in
Yes.
because you're a bit of a celebrity there,
Yes.
which is something to be ashamed of as much as proud of. Vire
Oh, he's very proud of it. It
kind
is
of trash.
I was gonna say it's very much John Waters appreciative of Baltimore. Like that's the way I feel, and that's the way I'm going for it. So
But yeah, run
Yeah.
with it.
it's
So-
wonderful. It's beautiful.
And suddenly now, everyone turns to you. You feel the eyes on you.
Ah, yes, fire, yes. It holds a certain artistic place in my heart. But of course, Madame would certainly know about that as well, and her insights are far more artistic and creative than mine, of course. Looking towards the mayor.
It's been a while since I've been to Fire. How was it? I've heard stories.
It is wonderful. Of course, missing your splendor and your talent as always. The theater life there is once again thrumming with life, and I can perceive it being just on the precipice of being grand again. But of course, not as grand as your opera house. By the way, amazing rebuilding, incredible. Reminds me of the old structures, but with a certain sense of modernity. You bring it. It suits you very well, my lady.
Chiming
Have
in.
you seen it?
I did. I briefly, when I was leaving the boat, when I got here, not too long ago, I made a special point to walk by it. Of course, I will see it later, but it looks certainly grand.
Some people smile, and one person will brave to interject, if I may. Perhaps you were visiting the opera house for potential upcoming plays? I've heard rumors, and I'm dying to know. As people are watching you now, you realize rumors about what you were working on over the last 11 months made its way across the water to Kintargo. People are anticipating you.
Yes. Yes. It must have come along this way. I am both glad and a little bit cautious to say anything more. I hope that what is shown or what will be displayed will certainly move you, and that is what I hope to do. And therefore, do not wish to spoil anything. I don't wish for anything to be divulged of you yet. But yes, there is much acclaim to be held, at least in Vire, for these performances. I hope, and you'll look back towards the mayor, and I do certainly hope that you would have a chance to at least grace for but an act. I could never assume anything more. But an act of my performance here. But,
How long are you here?
oh, he'll kind of look back and look towards Rune, and back to Jen's character that I can't think of the name of.
Vespa.
Oh, Vespa. There we go. Oh, Vespa. It's hard to say, really. I do expect that the performances here will take several weeks at the very least. But I don't know. There could be things that hold me here. Looking back to Rune. We shall see, my lady. Your town has your city has a very sprawling beauty to it that I wish to intake as much as possible, at least just for creativity, if nothing else.
Thank you. It adds to my creativity as well.
Hmm.
Perhaps I should look over the script, and then we can discuss.
Out of character, is that something that would be considered like derivative, or like that she's like needling him or anything? Like, I want to look at your scripts.
It's
like,
a bit quick.
Okay. Like artistic, is that like? Mm.
Yeah,
That's
you
okay,
have some
that's okay.
script magic though. It's easy to summon a script. Maybe that's why she's offering. It's
Okay.
she's a spellcaster much like you. You learn the same magic. You could snap your fingers and show her the entire script,
Mhm.
but whether or not you want to do that,
I'm gonna take my play. No, I was
it's up
kidding.
to you.
No, that thought is like, yeah, he hasn't said anything aloud. Absolutely, absolutely. I would ever be so honored, revered, even if you were to take but a look. Name any time, and it'll be yours, milady. I'm actually quite interested in your insights. I think that you would see very similar themes that you might remember from your short time, of course, with my plays. Very short.
Nasrin, you know that the Opera House is set to open this coming weekend, and so far, whoever has been orchestrating the opening show has done an absolute nightmarish job of it. People have gotten sick left and right. Props are being destroyed. You were looking for any excuse to cancel the show altogether and replace it, but it's a colossal ask on this such short notice. But perhaps if somebody has a play ready, it could be worth your while and the director's while. So you can offer if you'd like.
Can I read it now?
Milady. Oh, of course, absolutely. Sure, absolutely. One moment, but one moment. He'll kind of turn around and have a mini panic attack. Okay.
I look at Sailix.
Yes.
Did she just proposition him?
I feel like Vespa's like giving like big thumbs, like
Yeah.
going on, just like
Just pay attention, because things
pay
might get
attention.
interesting.
They're weird.
Everybody's weird.
Yeah, but weirder.
Wait, Sailix. Sailix has my bag of holding. I need that. Sailix. My dear
As
friend.
he starts to say Salix's name, like he'll just like rocket him in the face with it. Just,
I never learned to catch. This is horrible. I'm not a physical kid. Okay, he'll pick up the bag of holding and he'll undo it. And like from the things, several caltrops fall off of it, but it's still there. I'm saying that's where it is. Oh boy. Okay. Woo. So he'll turn around and not sweating at all, at least not perceiving it, and looking through. Yes. Well,
I feel like Vespa would like casually hand him like a handkerchief. I'm just like, just right here.
is my hair dye bleeding? Oh God, that's horrible. No.
You gotta hang on.
Getting the
Hang
hair.
on.
Producing, and you have the script now.
I do. He has the script now, and he'll go back and
Excellent.
kind of present it and look amongst everybody, both for the fact that this is showing that he is giving her something. So if later there's things to do with it, he'll know that there was at least some witnesses to his work. My lady, please, and he'll offer the script at your leisure.
Rune, as you patiently wait for whatever you are summoned here to do,
That's all.
you look over and you notice, sort of towards the entrance, there's a silver platter with pastries on it, and there's a mirror, and it reminds you of a place you haven't visited in a while. I want you to make a will save as you begin to feel a strange sensation.
Bugger.
Suddenly, the notes of music, the live band, it seems as if it's playing backwards. Your nose begins to bleed. You see a spot, blackish red blood on the marble.
He brings a handkerchief up to his nose.
Do we all notice that or no?
Maybe a perception check. It's probably pretty easy.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention to it
The blood.
at all.
Yeah.
Occultism to identify the magic.
That's a good idea. Yep. Can do that.
How's my perception?
Vespa, you notice it. Sailix, you do not.
Okay.
Ian,
Sailix.
what is it?
I will make a perception check for you.
So,
You don't notice it.
and this is specifically that Rune is bleeding, not that magic happened, right?
Right, just that
Okay.
he's bleeding out of his nose.
So
You notice it.
I feel like Vespa would sort of slide over there to start. So, is this part of you, not being actually dead?
So, I'm guessing that I've noticed this as well. With a
Yes.
28. So I will go up to Rune's other side and just be there to catch him, just in case.
Aw.
Rune, get an idea of what was going on?
It's something about this thing in your mind and whatever's left over. Too much of this place is similar. It's not identical, and certainly probably not the same place or representation of it, but it's a noble estate in the city of Cantargo, and that's close enough. You feel it?
He takes a deep breath and Felix, looking at his two friends, Felix, excuse me, I need to get some air. And so he'll walk to the nearest
Do you want
patio
me to
or...
come with you?
No, I should be fine, thank you. You enjoy yourself. Have something to drink and eat.
Damn it.
You walk out onto the patio, and you're breathing fresh autumn air. Suddenly the sound of the live band is much quieter, but the same eerie tones. You're overlooking a hedge maze, albeit a small one, and then a large city wall behind it. It's not much of a sight, but there are still gardens in the front. Looking to the side, there's a tiefling woman you've never met before, but she seems distressed like you, exactly like you. She sort of just woefully gazes out into the scenery.
Too many people, huh?
And she says, "What? No, just the one."
Just the one.
Have you ever been to Vire?
No, can't say
Sorry,
that I
I
have.
don't mean to impose. It was a great place once, and now it's riddled with idiots, overconfident fools. She'll slide over a little bit because you came out of an exit between the staircases. Nasrin is at the center, speaking to the director, and she'll slide a little bit more towards you in order to look in. You see that man? About a half
Small
of one.
Yeah, I do.
Don't trust. He's an asshole.
Is he? What did he do?
Do you know about him?
I understand he's called the director. Is that right?
Analyzing your accent, she pivots a bit. I understand you're not from here.
No, can't say that I am.
He was something once upon a time. Bit of a husk now. I was fond of him. I didn't expect him to be here.
They were fond of him, huh?
Well, once.
Were you
Tell
one
me,
of his
and you
wives?
notice this woman is drop dead gorgeous for a tiefling or any humanoid. And she says, "Let me ask you, how charming do you think that man is?"
The director? Oh. He's got his own bit of charm, I think.
Yeah.
Manufactured, maybe, but still good.
Oh, he manufactured it all right. She's looking down in her glass of Galton wine and says, "We were married once."
I was just about to ask that. Which one might you be?
I'd like to say I think I'm the second. But who even knows? What is he at now? 8, 9?
You know, it's stories he rarely ever tells. To be honest. Did you want to go to say hi?
I'd rather die. What's your name?
They call me Rune Ravenswood.
Fires
No
below.
relation.
No relation. To the dead man. It's nice meeting you, Rune.
Yeah, pleasure.
Tell the bastard I said hi.
We'll do
And
that.
she'll head across around the balcony where it sort of meets the front of this estate. Nasrin, you're about halfway through the script, and you notice there's a character you enjoy. What do you do?
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
I didn't quite hear what Ian said.
Oh, sorry. Nasrin, you notice there's a character that you're quite fond of in the script. About halfway through, this might be your opportunity
Yes.
to
So,
make a request.
a director. Is it the director or is it director?
The director is the pronounced, but you know, what are names? It's okay. The director is fine.
Okay. Sorry, it's been a while.
Oh, please, no, do not feel. It is an odd request.
So, I do believe that this weekend, the opening weekend, there has been a few mishaps in the preparations, and there's an opening.
An opening?
Yes, if you wanted our play to start, I would gladly take the role of...
So, looking down, you dread this moment because now you're realizing what's happening. She's reached a page, probably one that took you a month to write, a page in this script where you've introduced the character Vaz, and you dread the fact that she might be asking this right now, but you know there's no chance she's offering anybody else because that's just the person Nasrin is. Time almost seems to slow down for you in this moment that this person you idolize is asking to play a person you despise.
Vaz is the name?
At that name,
Lady.
Sailix's head snaps towards that direction. He's like,
Yes.
Yeah, Aldonis does the same. Like if he had his big ears, they would turn.
I feel like best friends like looking at everybody, snapping to attention, like, ooh, this got excited.
Milady, Vaz, yes, that was the name. That's a small part. Why don't you, there's the part of Reika has much more depth of character, and you can absolutely get a long performance out of it. That is certainly more of the role that you could grow upon, that you could be spotlighted upon. But
as that, Sailix will step forward and he's like, she's not pretty enough to play Rega. Try someone else.
My dear sir, that is. Did she hear that? Wait, did she hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
did?
Sailix was not being. He wasn't.
Okay, you weren't being
quiet.
like. Okay, you're. My dear sir, that is preposterous. You buffoon! And he's gonna kind of like give a quick wink. Buffoon, please. No, you have no. This is woman is. You have not seen her perform on stage before. I have. I have had the pleasure. You can't.
I cut in a little bit here.
Okay.
I have played that role that you have so politely offered, and I've played that time and time again, but Vaz shows a unique position, a unique placement for someone like myself.
How did she play Reika? Reika's only been in one other play of the directors that I know of.
She's talking about the beautiful damsel.
Oh.
Reika was a beautiful damsel.
That's
Yes.
what.
No, out of
No,
character. That's
that
completely out of
thing-
character. That's not.
That's what
She was
Sailix
not.
made her
Reika
seem
was not
like.
the beautiful damsel.
She was probably a very beautiful lizard. Thank
Yeah, no,
you.
I'm not saying that she wasn't, but she wasn't a damsel. That was.
Just that type of character, not that specific.
Yeah.
Aldonis,
That is.
what are you doing during all of this? Been a bit of a wallflower for this ball?
Pretty much. I'm like looking around, refusing drinks, looking tough. Very disinterested, unintentionally so, but like just
Yeah. It is a warm Lamashtu day, and while your worshippers aren't, they're few and far between, it's pretty easy to spot them. They have a weird, if you were to ask the language of the deity you worship, it would probably be body language, because you can spot them from a mile away. Down a hall, all of the windows and doors are open. You notice a woman. Strange, but you've got just that feeling again. Light brown hair, brown eyes, and she's sort of cocking her head at you and picking at her teeth. She doesn't look like she belongs. You almost think you're hallucinating for a second. And then suddenly she just walks out on the patio, probably to the garden.
Do you need me here?
Sailix will lean over. Best behavior. Don't eat anyone.
I ate already today.
It's like, enjoy yourself.
Okay, if I don't see you later, I'll see you back at the house.
Best behavior.
Always. And I go and follow.
Rivik, you notice she seems young like you in a way. She's holding a rat. It's squirming about, entirely out of place. Actually getting glares by some people drinking in the garden. It has its own string quartet, but there's a maze of bushes, hedges. She says, "You want to play a game?"
It depends on the game.
The game is I give you this rat to hunt, so you stop stealing my damn kills.
That's funny. I don't steal anybody's kills.
Really? I'm quite
I
sure I
go
can count
and
10.
oh, well, I mean, you could always just say something and we could hunt together and get more things. That's like how talking works, and we're supposed to do the talking thing.
She picks something else in her teeth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hunt alone. How about this?
Mm.
You catch the rat first, you can hunt outside the walls. I catch the rat first. It's Gubby's territory.
I love you. First of all. Secondly, thank you, Origoni, for naming an NPC.
I needed a name desperately for this character, by the way. I didn't even write it down.
Fantastic.
How about Gubby?
Well, that's what
Yes.
just happened. That's what just happened. How about this? I'm not supposed to get in trouble. So
Her shoulders drop and she rolls her eyes.
you asked me to hunt something outside the walls in competition. It's on. But I'm not doing it here. Not just because some nobody asked me to.
You're boring me so far.
Well, you're boring me. Bye.
Well. She just lets the rat go. And just kind of scoffs away. Do you head back inside?
No, I wait. I like turn a corner and I just listen to see where she goes.
Excellent. So at this ball, Nasrin and the director, you're having a conversation, negotiating. You're probably the first person to try to counter offer Nasrin about a role in a play.
Probably,
ever.
I probably.
And in that short period of time, she's had her beauty insulted in front of people in her own manner, I think twice. So
That
what
wasn't
do you
me.
do
I was
now?
trying. Yeah, no. He tried to negate that. He tried to negate the act super offended so that it could happen. But that's moving past that. At any
Nasrin
point.
is loudly eating crab puffs while she watches this whole
Yeah.
debacle.
Wonderful.
Just like, this is fantastic.
Yeah. So, after, of course, the saying that she could really use her talents for Reika, she denied that. He would have been absolutely okay with her playing boss. Like, he's like, absolutely. You know what? You are absolutely right. Your insight again. Your tried and true insight on the stage. I think you'd be perfect for Voss. I can only hope that this is that you don't consider this beneath your talents. You will be a dazzle and a delight on the stage, as is always, my lady.
Okay. Then it sounds like you shall need a tour.
I absolutely yes. If this is all to what we're saying, this is this weekend is when you'd like to open, my lady.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh, that's that's like 3 days or something, right, Ian?
Yeah, it's in a couple days.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Now the
not going to be a lot of sleep. Ask your local wizard how to survive on sleep deprivation and caffeine.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
he just made a ring.
He just made a ring. I was just gonna take drugs, whatever. Like any good director does. I absolutely do need to see the opera. Whenever you have a moment, I would love to begin. There's lots of work to be done if we are to put this on this weekend.
Yes. And if you needed some help to get some people to play some of the parts, I could find some people.
Oh, you are ever so gracious and forward thinking as always. Yes, I could definitely. I would like to see some actors and actresses. We'll do a casting. We'll do a casting. First thing tomorrow morning, we can start up a cast, and we'll get started on it. Oh yes, you're appreciative as always, my lady. I could not have ever have expected such a marvelous gesture and a marvelous I don't know, a marvelous
Sweating bullets. The
yeah,
gnome's
sweating
like,
ball. I'm
this
done.
is great.
I'm done.
So again, Vesper just like, sort of with the handkerchief right on his head.
Sailix is
Oh,
still
that's
just
marvelous
excellent.
offer.
Sailix is still just standing behind him with his arms crossed, like.
It's a guard at heart.
How about your friends here?
My friends. Oh, them.
You remember now
yeah,
that
I
you
just
have.
remember
And
that
I moved the freaking handkerchief off of your head
Thank you.
and
Thank
like
you.
over my best friend.
Uh,
Do they have any talent?
I don't believe with
Got it. Best friends.
I don't know the name. You know.
Do they
I
have
don't.
talent?
I don't think any of them have acting talents. I don't think any of them
So
have acting talent.
it's Sailix was the star of your first show, by the way.
He was. Oh. He doesn't have any acting talent. Subpar.
Like, isn't that the point of, acting? Is your fake emotions and giving a shit about things? Yeah, I can totally do that.
You'll kind of look to
Convincing.
Nasrin and kind of be like I don't you of course have the acting experience. You would be able to would you like to assist in the casting?
I can give some suggestions, but there are things that I need to be doing.
Of course. Of
Very,
course you were
very busy.
far more busy doing your necessary. I will certainly question my friends, but I don't believe that they will. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, I have so much to do. Thank you, Miss
Ian,
Nasrin.
do I know that Sailix was a role in the past?
No, but that's a very beautiful elf man. Who, if it required making him not speak and using magic and ventriloquism, it would be worth it because he has a face for the stage.
It's a very beautiful elf man.
Yeah, Jason Momoa.
It's
Oh.
Very
true.
beautiful elf face.
It's very true.
Also, Vespa is no slouch either with my 18 charisma, bitches.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Mm,
you're almost
But
hotter
you
than
do
me.
know, Nasrin, you
Almost.
have business with Rune Ravenswood. You invited him, and apparently his +5 to join the party.
Entourage.
Yeah, just rolling up about this Larry Long Road. If you wish to speak with him.
The director, I will see you tomorrow,
Yes.
and we can discuss it
Absolutely.
further. It's been lovely.
I would love that. I didn't hear that. Sorry.
It's been lovely seeing you again.
Okay.
And then I go to Rune.
Yes.
Or you do,
Rune's just
director.
been standing
You,
at the patio door.
yeah, director. As you walk, you smell a Varisian perfume you haven't smelled in at least over a decade, but you probably think nothing of it. I'm gonna let you stay ignorant
I down
to
a
that.
drink.
Yeah, I bet you
Down
do. Rune, go ahead.
If Rune sees the mayor approaching, he just bows. It is my pleasure to meet you, Mayor Nasrin.
I've
Aulamaxa.
been looking forward to seeing you, and apparently you're +5.
It's an unexpected entourage. I hope you don't mind.
No, not at all. I'm just glad to see you again.
Thank you. You're too kind.
How has your alive again been?
You
had quite the rumor surrounding you.
Yeah, I was hoping to keep it going for a bit, but when the mayor calls, who am I to say no? Especially one such as yourself, Lady Aulamaxa.
What have you been up to?
Well, really just surviving, to be completely honest. Waiting for the director to see what tricks he may have up his sleeve. But to be honest, I came here at your request. Is there something you need? Or do we need to talk
Nasrin.
somewhere else?
Is there anyone around?
No.
In your ears. Can the rest of the group, are they here?
No, unless they've followed. You
Could
sort of
I
went,
try
you
to
left the building.
stealth?
You can stand on the other side of the doorway if you'd like. Make a stealth check for me.
Rune will
That's an interesting idea.
Rune will just sort of snap his fingers as to enact ghost sound to make just a din of people sort of talking around him as he gets in a bit closer to Nasrin to listen more closely.
Ian, do I detect that?
Yeah, you know the spell.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you have the spell.
So I have been, well, an old friend of mine has been no longer in contact, and I need someone to keep an eye on her.
Do you have a name?
I forgot her name.
Laria Longroad.
Thanks. Larry and Longroad.
That sort of reminds you of the Long Roads Coffee House that you've been visiting, Rune. So go ahead and make a society check.
Society?
As you wait to see what kind of bell it rings. Yeah. Area Long Road. She's important in the city. You don't remember why. The kind of person you don't cross.
I remembered a drink from a Long Road Cafe, not too far from here. Is there some connection to that?
Yes. That's... How often do you go to that cafe?
Oh, as often as I can, but lately it's been a bit rough, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yes. So, I need to find out if there is anything being planned in that cafe.
Oh, all right.
In the past, Laria has been friends with me, but she has been completely out of touch, not allowing me to be aware of what's going on.
How long?
Ian, how long has it been?
It's been about 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks.
All right. How often did you get with her before? Is it regular?
Frequent.
Quite
Right.
frequent.
Quite frequent.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Is there something you are particularly suspicious of?
Sorry, Ian, I didn't add it to my notes. What is the
So you think that it's a connection to the Scarlet Triad?
Scarlet?
Triad, yep.
So I have been keeping an eye on the Scarlet Triad, or trying to. It's not something that many people will be able to mention.
Consider it done.
Thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
It's been lovely.
It's my pleasure. Do you recall the name Mirakai?
No.
Maybe I'm mispronouncing it. Meraki?
You vaguely remember a Meraki. It brings you back to a very terrible time in your life, where you basically lost your whole family in order to gain the city back. Meraki was one of the original Silver Ravens.
Yes.
She wants me to tell you hello. And it's been a long time.
You vaguely remember she died on the last week of the rebellion before you reclaimed the city.
And as he says that, a second raven sort of flies onto his shoulder, a bit of a red matted sheen to the color, but its eyes blink of silver.
Coming up on the doorway near where you guys are, because the doors are open, there's an actual guard. Pike, the one who was watching the gate, there's been a rotation. And looking at Nasrin and Rune, but then looking towards the side, sort of where the doors meet. Can I help you? He's going to try to grab you, Sailix.
Oh, does he now?
Yeah, because he thinks you're spying on the Lord Mayor. He tries to grab you by the sleeve to pull you out, so as to reveal this, that he's thwarted some plan.
So Salix will let the cloak be pulled off of him, but step back from it. And he would he's like, I'm here with the gentleman that's in there. You guard her, I guard him.
You're a spy.
A spy.
He looks to Nasrin. You
Rune
notice
just
he
shakes
had
his head
been
no.
hiding to listen in on you guys from the other side, from a nook in the doorway.
Ghost sounds?
Yes, ghost sound has been drowning it out, you think, but probably not perfectly. Just good cover, though. But what do you do, Nasrin? Because you sort of control the pace here on how they react to this person eavesdropping. He's with Rune, though.
Rune, do you know this? He came in with you.
Aye, that he did. This rather stoic individual, the Sailix. Honorable individual, I
How
assure
long
you.
have you known him?
Oh. Years now.
And you trust
More
him?
than 3, less than 5.
Yes, Rune, do you trust me?
With my life.
I don't.
Okay, he's fine then. But keep an eye on him.
Of course.
That's a fair point.
And he's going to fold the Emperor bird feather cloak and hand it back to Sailix with the fakest smile and bow to Lady Aulamaxa and return to his duties. Sailix, what do you
If
do?
I may ask, Mayor Aulamaxa, if I may ask a return favor of you.
Yes.
Would you please do what you can to ensure the director's play has the utmost visibility at the Opera House within Kintargo?
Yes. I can do that.
I would greatly appreciate all of your efforts to that end. And in return, I will absolutely find out anything I can about your target.
Yes.
Was there anything else you needed?
Nope, that is it.
I will allow you to. I state poorly. I will leave your presence, please, and get back to those who need your attentions more than I.
Yes.
As he bows.
And then I walk back to the director.
Oh man, the director has been maybe slamming a couple drinks back, trying to like quickly look over. Did she actually give you back his script, or would she have kept it?
Question, what'd she have?
Thinking. She would have given it back.
She wouldn't have.
She would have.
Oh, would have. Okay, cool. Then he's going to be going over the script and like making some notes, and it's obvious that he's trying to work out logistics of stuff. But upon seeing you coming out, he'll like a lady, yes.
I have a few suggestions for people to play, and then I just point to two specific people. They're here. I can introduce you to them.
Oh yes, absolutely. That would be marvelous.
Okay, and then I introduce them to two very well-known actors who are just at the party.
And I'm gonna hobnob. That's a feat, isn't
Awesome.
that? I have a feat for that.
Do your hobnobbery.
I'm hobnobbing. I think it's just that's the thing.
You rub those elbows.
I do, I rub
Give
those
them a good polish.
Sailix and Rune, you have a moment to recuperate and sort of find the rest of the group as you're walking down this hall to rejoin the party.
Sailix will, without like stopping as they're walking, like, if it wasn't for you and we only being here on your good name, I'm letting you know I would have killed that guard.
Oh, I'm sure you would have. I have no doubt. But we've got something to connect to the triad.
Right.
I
So.
feel like Vespa would like lean over. So.
We should probably.
Have you been drinking?
Huh? Probably not. Because she's trying to be, like, she sees this as she's working.
Tybalt
But
would be
she
proud.
would have been flirting with a few women. But yeah.
Flirting with the director's ex-wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go
You
there. I'm
need
telling you.
18 charisma, bare minimum.
That's it. That's
Oh,
bare
man.
minimum. Yeah.
Yes.
Sailix
Sailix
will
go.
mention he's like, to Rune. We have to keep in mind that Kite Hill, where they communicate through back alley channels, not pretty much. It's a good place to start.
Kite Hill is probably the least serious place in the whole city. Just outside the city walls, there was a great hill that fortunately nobody built anything on, and people have used it as a park to fly kites. If that's somehow wrapped up in this conspiracy, this city is lost. But your friend's implying that in fact it's involved. You haven't visited because you haven't visited most places in Cantargo, but it might be worth a check.
But are you implying that Kite Hill's used to pass messages?
Now, I understand the implications. Trust me, I do. But think of it logically. It's so absurd that it would work.
No, I'm buying it completely. It is ridiculous. Yeah, totally believe it. Given the rest of our story, doesn't even make me blink.
I'm glad to hear that.
Does Rune even blink?
At all? Does he blink
That's
now?
vestigial to him, I think. So as the party progresses to the evening, you notice it does kind of die down a bit. Where do you all find yourself at the end of this in the early evening?
A lap of a pretty lady.
That's where the director wishes he was. That's where he wants
Yeah.
to be as
Yeah,
well.
you stole my seat.
Yeah, exactly.
I probably caught the rat and am just like petting it like it's a pet
Right.
and just
Probably
like,
terrified.
well, I mean, it's also like too tiny for me to actually go hunt. I would go hunt something bigger, so this is like a pathetic little thing. So
Right.
he thinks he's hidden from most people, and he's just like, I'm sorry, dude. That must have been scary. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let anybody hunt you. You're fine.
Anybody in the front of the estate, you notice the path that connects all of these manors up to the gate that leads to the rest of the city. There's a wealthy, noble couple, a young couple. Woman's holding a kite, and they see Mary on their way to go fly it. Sailix, how do you feel right now? Are you enjoying this occasion, or do you want to get back to business?
He kind of wants to get back to business.
Yeah.
He looks back towards the mayor, and he kind of like his fingers are like tapping in rapid succession on the hilt of his sword. And he looks to Rune. He's like, "Do you think she might know anything about gates?"
I mean, she's been around for a bit, although she's mainly been in Cantargo. I'm not completely sure, but listen, the reason that I really didn't blink at her request is, if we do this for her, this puts us in decent graces with the mayor of Cantargo. Arguably the best step up we could take in a short period of time. Given how much everyone in this town respects her. And I mean everyone. I've never seen anyone so liked, ever. I would be very interested to find out why a frequent acquaintance of hers has chosen to not talk to her.
Right then. Well, Let's go fly a kite.
Shall we?
Sailix.
Do you think it's worth pulling the director away, or is this just?
He'll look around. Is there anything to throw?
Yeah, some potpourri nearby.
Actually, you know what? Salix is just going to
Also, there's food.
Salix is just
Yes.
going to clap his hands real loud and let the thundering trait just boom out.
Oh God.
Oh wow! String
Oh,
music
boy.
stops for a brief second.
He's
And
like,
they'll just sort of look in that direction, like
Aldana sighs, puts the rat down, and says, "Go be free."
You,
I
You
feel
know,
like
Sailix.
Vesperin would like whisper something, some sweet nothing into the girl's ear, and then just be like, "Bye."
Salix, we really need to practice subtlety. Just a
"Oh,
touch.
but that's no fun.
I mean,
So, what we
in a
doing?
random tavern, you know, maybe Crimson Raven get together. Sure. This is the Nasrin Aulamaxa's party. I don't. You know what? Never mind. We're just gonna go now. We're just gonna go.
You're expecting subtlety from a Crimson Raven.
Like,
I just-
hey,
I'm
look,
surprised you're saying those words out loud in a way that you expect us to believe them.
I love you, Jen.
I wouldn't necessarily expect subtlety from a Crimson Raven. I would, however, expect some from my mate, Sailix.
That's fair.
And
But I mean, they go about with bloody hammers. Like, that's not subtle.
after
Not
a
at all.
moment, the director was like, "What the hell was that? What the hell?"
well, it accomplished its goals. You see, Rune, he came over on his own accord. I didn't even have to yell at him.
Because it sounded like a pack of elephants was coming through the door. We know what pack of elephants sounds like. That's what it sounded like.
Really?